Okay, because I am in the pursuit of procrastinating as much as I can. This is just going to bite me in the ass in like a couple days. Oh, lagi, ko lang, I'm gonna. This is maybe a review. I would call this a review, or kuan my impressions. First impressions. I wouldn't say first impressions. Ko lang. Lagi review, lagi review. Just call it just call it a goddamn review. God damn it. Gonna. It's not a movie. It's not a fic. It's a webtoon. I'm not sure if you could call it a webtoon, but okay, webtoon is like an actual brand name or something, or like website company name. It's a manhwa webtoon format. I think it's just a webtoon. They just copyrighted that, but everyone else calls it like this genre of webtoon anyway. You know, Korean manhwa. And you know how I am a big sucker. I would it's not I wouldn't call myself a big sucker, but it's just more of like my guilty pleasure to spend so much time reading like the otome isekai genre. I know it's like most of it's just but like it uses the same formula and something familiar. You just like go with it or whatever. It's basically the same story all over and over again, same tropes. Some like they literally use the same 3D assets for a lot of like the background design. But anyway, it's not like this is not about otome isekai. Although it's sort of hindi like if you Venn diagram it, it might like occupy a little bit of the circle because it sort of shares somehow yung same-ish, you know, magic, medieval times, European medieval times kanang setting, but it's not otome isekai. There is no reincarnation. It's just that like it sort of has the same setting with like the majority of like already existing otome isekai. It's called Blinded by the Sun, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me try and check yung actual title because I forgot. Yun lang ma-remember ko. I started reading this a few days ago. Like, I binged everything in a day. Yung Korean title niya is Chomunun He Shirin. Anong English nito? The Spark in Your Eyes? Yeah, Blinded by the Setting Sun. Ito yung nakatitle niya sa manga dex, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, it's actually fucking so good! Shit! It's like, it's one of like the webtoons that I would highly recommend to everyone. It's like, oh fuck, it's so good. I love it so much. It currently has around, let me check. Ilang chapters ba to? Siguro mga less than 100. Let me try. How much have I read about? 95. Like I've read until chapter 95 according to my analyst, which I updated a few days ago. So yun, it's koan medieval European setting, but it's not an otome isekai. Although you could, like it's kind of like its cousin, siguro, like a distant cousin, because somehow it sort of shares the same-ish setting, but plot-wise and like story progression-wise, it's leagues beyond. Although the naman siya ingon nga, like I would say there are good otome isekai out there, not just like your trashy like overused tropes that just gets boring, like stepmother's Markin ba na pagbasa because it's like a German word. Marchin, I'm not sure. I'm like very inept at languages and like reading in general. So yung stepmother's Markin, it was like it's like one of the best, diba? In my opinion, it's like one of the best because like the art, everything, like it how it utilizes the webtoon format, like the long format. It just utilizes it so well. The paneling is just like, oh my god, it's like one of my top 10 probably. It's really good. Although hindi pa ako nakapag catch up with like the latest season. I think it stopped in like something season ish a few months back, or like a few years back. Actually, can't remember the last time I read it. So yeah, that's on me. But for me, it's like one of the really good webtoons out there. And I would say, "Blinded by the Setting Sun" is also one. It's like at the same tier. I would still say that technically, like execution wise, Stepmother's Market is still a notch higher. Because it's just, God, the art. Oh, fuck the fucking art. Fuck. So Stepmother's Market, yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing. But I wouldn't say nga yung sa Blinded by the Setting Sun is not koan. The art is also great. Like compared to like at least 90% of like other webtoons out there, it's also really good. But I think kanang Stepmother's Market just like went above and beyond. Okay, not only is the art gorgeous as fuck, it's also just like how the artist has utilized the format. Okay, like the paneling. Like I keep repeating the same thing, bro. Yeah, it's that. I love Stepmother's Market so much. I might. Oh shit! I know. I know what I'm gonna do now. After mahuman ko sa akong dapat buhatan, which is like to fix my things, which I still haven't done, which I should have done days ago. Okay, I'm gonna read until the latest chapter, or at least yung my translation na for Stepmother's Market, and then I'm gonna do a video about it because that's basically the only thing I'm doing these days. Do nothing and read shit that I like, and then like talk about it for hours in video format. Peace. Also, like Stepmother's Market aside, let's talk about Blinded by the Setting Sun, because although I think it's still a bit, it's like I think it's like relatively new because it's doesn't have that much chapters released. Yeah, it started 2020. So this is about kanang a kingdom, and it's about this mythical knight who sort of like hard carried this war that the kingdom was waging towards the bordering nation. So this mythical knight, this is the main character. It's Hildegard Aelius. Hildegard. So the good thing about it is kay, di ba, usually yung if there's a pairing in like these settings, it's usually the guy who has some sort of advantage, or is like in a higher caste, and it's usually like that for the most part. But here it's sort of reversed because like the girl Hildegard, she is the main character, and she is arguably in a higher position compared to the main guy, which is just a lowly pharmacist from the other nation that the this kingdom sort of what was anong term nan? They defeated them in the war. I know they actually surrendered because of the knight. I'm just going on fucking circles. So basically, ang main synopsis is that merong knight, and she's like the most powerful. Parang she's like kanang prophetic, like she has powers from heaven. Like it's unparalleled. Like literally, the victory of the war hinged upon her ability, like her magical, mystical ability that came out of nowhere. And yeah, I think it did came out of nowhere. I'm not sure if it's going to be revealed later on, like what exactly gave her these powers. But so far, it was revealed. We see that it just came to her one day in a particular accident, if you could call it an accident. And ang ganda lang kasi, like the characters are so good. Like one of the major things that I really like about this is the characters. The character designs are amazing, and the girls are like Hildegard's fucking gorgeous, bitch. Fucking gay for her. Yeah, I mean, like I don't. Yeah, this is like one of these things. I mean, one of like a series or manhwa that I would rather bang like the main character who is a girl than like the other male characters. Ay, kasi ang ganda din ng artist. Like, everyone here is ikemen. Everyone here is fucking gorgeous. So, bonus points. Anyway, it's not about that. It's about the story itself. It's really good. Okay. Again, the night, si Hildegard shows she's like this. What did they call her? The Sun Knight? Was it? Or is like, pero like, the other king, it's not a kingdom, it's like a kanang group of small communities, tribes in the north. So basically northerners versus southerners, maybe something like that. I'm not sure if they're actually southerners. I don't know. Basta ang like yung si main guy Elkin, he's from the north, and basically parang merong, you know, racial tensions because of the entire war and everything, but he ended up, you know, working in the kingdom that, you know, defeated his hometown, like the place of his birth. And he's just a pharmacist, and then one day I think he got recruited by like this rather dubious castle, and apparently this is the castle of Hildegard. This is all, like the story starts already like years after the war has ended, the war which Hildegard single-handedly ended. Okay, like she's way too powerful, like literally. I'm not sure if other, yeah, I feel ko siya rin ay magic. I mean, I know there's this mention of another nation. They were filled with wizards or something. I'm not sure if wizards is the right term, pero magicians maybe, people who use magic, but not to the same effect as Hildegard's magic ish. Yeah. Tama. I'm just remembering things. I'm so bad at this. I think a better thing to do is to just like go to the actual synopsis of the webtoon online instead of like listening to me. Whatever. So yung ano nga, si Hildegard, meron siyang special powers granted by the gods, and this was heavily exploited by the king. So yung like kingdom nila is a kingdom of knights kunuhay. They're known for their, you know, battalion of knights. They don't necessarily have magic. Maybe they do have priests and everything. It's still not like thoroughly covered, but it's just like mentioned here and there for konang lore building. And Maotu. So si Hildegard was like the key piece in the war, and then what happened was like years later she succumbs to some sort of illness. Nga every time the sun sets, her body just convulses. She's just like in excruciating pain. That's why they were like looking for doctors, for pharmacists, for anyone who could like somehow give her some sort of relief, some sort of medicine. And that's how they came across Elkin, because Elkin was working in like this store, and he is like friends with Aneta, and then Aneta's older sister works directly for Hildegard, and that's how he got the recommendation. That's how he got recruited into becoming the pharmacist for Hildegard's castle, or basically just for Hildegard. Si Koan, Elkin himself has like an ulterior motive as to why he accepted the job in the first place. And kasi again, his past is that he comes from the north, and his parents died. I think what he knows is that his parents were killed by the Sun Witch, which is referring to Hildegard herself. But Hildegard doesn't actually remember killing, you know, civilians, because Elkin's parents were just doctors. So Hildegard doesn't actually remember any of that. Or I'm not like, it's not actually confirmed nga it was her. But that's what Elkin believes nga. The Sun Witch, aka Hildegard, killed his parents off, and he accepted the pharmacist job at like Hildegard's castle. Although it's never really revealed to him nga he is serving the Sun Witch and Hildegard herself, because, you know, it's supposed to be a top secret thing, only like probably the king and like very few people know. Actually, very few people actually know Hildegard. Like they know her name and everything. They know what she's done. They know she's super powerful and stuff. But I think at the point of the story, not a lot of people know why she has this sickness in the first place, or how lala, or how worse she is because of the sickness. It's like a lot of politics also happens in the background, so that's why it's really intriguing. Just like there's like multiple parties involved, like there's a lot of players, there's intrigue, stuff like that. It's actually just really well done. Like I swear to God, it's really good. The art is amazing. There's a lot of ikemen, although like half of those really good looking ikemen are fucking dead. Okay, okay, spoilers. The most recent arc, I guess, is kanang mura siyang flashback arc to the time in the Koan during the war. So yeah, we were like yun yung most recent arc, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think my bagong chapter. I haven't seen any updates yet. So yeah, that's it. Like kanang, where was I again? What was I talking about? Yeah, so kanang si Lolo Elkin mo, si Kuya Elkin works for Hildegard without actually knowing that he is working for the same person that he wants to confront for, the death of his own parents. He doesn't know anything. Like everyone working in Hildegard's castle actually don't know about her. Don't like they're not allowed to see her face or her actual identity. Only her most trusted knight, Griselda. What was that sound? She is Annette's older sister. And also again, I have to I cannot stress this enough. Like one of like the most major strong points of this series is that its characters, especially the female characters, just like they're like bamf female characters, and it's just like they're just not there for the sake of being, to reach a quota of bamf female characters. They're very well developed characters. Like they could just stand on their own. It's just so amazing. I love it so much. You don't really see this a lot, especially in like the shoujo genre. Maybe in some josei, but still. It's giving queen, boss bitch, yes, girly vibes. Yeah, I fucking love it. And koan lagi. Asa naman to? Oh, we also sort of have like a second male lead. I'm not sure if that's what you would call him. He is a knight. See, and it's a fucking himbo. Oh my god, this series just checks everything that I love. It basically took like my checklist of my very self-indulgent tropes, and then I checked everything on it. Oh my god, I love it so much. Strong female character, and also a strong female character ensemble, and not just one but two fucking himbos, cute himbos, as like potential male leads or whatever. Oh, ang ganda talaga. Oh, god, I love it so much. Yun. I can't stop thinking about it. Although medyo, I'm not sure if monthly or weekly or bi-weekly yung update. I'm just like hanging on to whatever translation group's doing the recent chapters. So yeah. So basically, Elkin does encounter Hildegard, but not as Hildegard, but as Kaya. She sort of disguises herself into one of the castle's maids or whatever, so her identity does not get revealed. But kasi as soon as Elkin arrived in the castle and then he prescribes her this particular medicine, like her pain sort of goes away, or it's like momentarily kanang kept at bay, although it's not like she is fully healed, Jude. It's just like a very kanang temporary reprieve, although it's very much effective because it makes her kanang it drastically improves her health, and that's why she was able to go around the castle pretending to be someone else because of Elkin. And then, but still, they still are looking for the actual cure, or like to the actual cause of why she's experiencing this. And for Hildegard, she sees it as a curse because kung katong, yeah, the current arc, it's like how she got the powers, like it's from her childhood until the war and everything. It covers like that period, and basically it's kanang murag this, the power that she has, it's like it's too OP. Literally, she's immortal, she can't be killed. Literally, she got like sliced into halves, and she's still regenerated because of like her like holy light power thingamajig. She can disintegrate anyone and anything with just like her pushong stuff. So yeah, it's like way too OP of a skill to have, and it's like a curse for her because it's like it's something kanang more bordering on kanang anong term yan nga, it's mocking God in the face, something like that. Nothing that dramatic, pero to that extent siguro nga, yeah, it's like not, it's a power that shouldn't be in the hands of a mere human being. Char.com. So that's why she thinks it's a curse nga she's experiencing, like, stuff like that because of said power, or it's like the effect of having that power. It's a curse. Choo. But it's still, yeah, the also another good thing is like the lore building and everything, because like there's still so much to uncover about why Hildegard has this power in the first place, where does it come from, and then what was like, because she came from this rather distant, I won't say super distant, pero kanang isolated anang part of somewhere, and then that's where the king found her. I mean, not literally the king, pero I think the head of the knights or something who found her, and then he was also the same guy who trained her and brought her to the king and everything. This everything is covered in the current arc about like her past and everything. It's really good. Like, also I really like the current arc because again it covers her past, like the war and everything, and we get introduced to like these characters from before who are unfortunately like 90% of them are already dead, even though a lot of them like are drop dead gorgeous. I'm gonna try and edit this video and put like screenshots of like the art and like the characters, so you could like get a glimpse of how chef's kiss the art in this and the character design in the series is, because I love it so much eye candy, gratuitous eye candy. Motto. So yeah, I think everyone should read it because it's story-wise amazing, character-wise fucking amazing. It's just amazing. Period. Although like I would say nga yung fan translation, no offense to, like there's much to be desired in like the kanang translations. I'm not sure if it's picked up by an actual kanang, like Tapitoon or someone, webtoon or something, official licensed stuff. I'm not sure if it is. I feel ko sa Kakao page man in Korean, like the source Chuchu is in Kakao page. Is it? Never webtoon din siya. It's also on Tapitoon. Tama. It's on Tapitoon. Nice. But Tapitoon currently only has 49. What the funk? Only has 49 chapters so far. That's so sad. It's on Tapitoon. I'm just gonna link the Tapitoon stuff because it's like the official licensed thingamajig. I'm gonna link it in the video description thing. Yung unofficial one, it's currently at 95 chapters, and again, like it's not. I think the translation group is just. I'm not sure if they're using machine translation though. I don't think they are, but still, some gonna just questionable at best. But you can just like look past it, I guess. Like the context is there if you can work your brain cells into understanding the stuff you're reading. It's totally fine. So yeah. Yung official ano pala niya is the spark in your eyes. But I think the ano is blinded by this. Let me chew this. No, I'm gonna yeah, there it is. 처음은 해. 시리는 nun. Yun yung official sa Tapitoon. So yeah, it's really good. Really super 100% recommended to everyone. So yeah, if you're looking for something to read nga has like this setting of, you know, knights and, you know, medieval European setting, and it's basically mura jud siya og kanang otome isekai if you think about it, just setting wise kay everything's set in like medieval Europe for otome isekai or something for some reason. But this one's just like really good. It's just like the writing is good, the character design is good, and I'm just really partial to it kay solely because of the fact na it checks a lot of my self-indulgent tropes in fiction. There's just not one but two himbos, and these are like your potential male leads. There's like a very hot DILF. God bless. Godspeed. Amen. Thank you for the food. Tapos, ano pa? Again, the art's just really good, and like there's lore. There's actual lore. You can like kanang you get there's intrigue, like there's political drama and stuff. And it really just has a lot of the good stuff, I would say. It also explores these characters, like kanang there's actual depth to these characters, especially the main characters. Now they're very three-dimensional, like especially with Kaya or Hildegard, like, you know, the main character. Although actually in the synopsis they call Elkin the main character ish, because basically you do start the story with him, and then most of what's happening is through his point of view. I would beg to differ nga. The actual main character here, the main heroine, is Hildegard herself. And it's really interesting because we delve into her character, like her history, how she started, like how she got her powers, and like the entire arduous journey of like her developmental years. Okay. From a child, she was literally uprooted from her hometown, and like she had nothing else with her. Like she, spoiler alert, ito kasi yung flashback arc with her, and basically she grows up kanang molded into this weapon for the kingdom. That's why she is, you know, callous. That's why she acts the way she does in the present times. That's why that's her attitude. Like that's how she sees things. Like she sort of kanang is very aloof and very straightforward, mostly because of her upbringing or lack thereof. And it's just really interesting. You know, she's a very three-dimensional character, and I would really love to see more of her and see her character develop, although alam ko talaga may romance aspect. I don't care. I mean, it's already part and parcel of the entire thing, and I'm not totally against it, as long as like they don't use it as main plot. Because like honestly, like the rest of the world building is a lot more interesting than the actual romance part. So I'd rather not sure there is like the avenue for romance, but I hope not. It won't be the main focal point of the entire story. Okay, the world itself, like the characters themselves, are a lot more interesting, and like it's just I have so much high hopes for this webtoon, and I'm really very much eager to read more. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop here. So everyone, you should read this. I don't even know why you're watching this video, but if you are, you should read The Spark in Your Eyes. That's the official title. I keep referring it to sa kanang the unofficial one, which is Blinded by the Setting Sun. Actually, I would say nga mas poetic yung Blinded by the Setting Sun compared to The Spark in Your Eyes. It's like The Spark in Your Eyes sounds a lot more cheesy. Whatever. I'm magbuot lagi. So that's it, folks. Thank you for wasting your time with me today. And oh my god, you really should read it. Like, I swear by it. It's amazing. Goodbye. Peace.